Right golfers, I'm going to share 3 simple tips to stop this horrible over the top action. A real common issue that I'm seeing with loads of golfers through measured data from the JD Golf Academy is them trying to keep this elbow in the air for too long as they start their downswing. So basically starting the downswing, turning with this up in the air, which creates these horrible down and over the top actions. 3 tips to stop them, and if we stop that action, you're getting longer, straighter drives every time. So tip number 1, we need to make sure at the top of the backswing that we've actually got some room here, and this requires you to make sure you're not over bending trail arm. Such a common issue with so many amateur golfers is they over bend trail arm, getting everything quite close. Now there's no room really to pull the arms down like you'll see in the pros. So the difference between the pros and the AMs, pros are good at pulling this arm down, AMs are not. They keep it up in the air and turn. So if you don't create that space on the way back to allow you to actually get that arm to come down to lower this trail arm, it's going to be impossible. Like, it's just not going to work. So point number 1, let's get some room at the top of your backswing, meaning we need to make sure that you're getting your hands a bit higher. Easiest way of doing that, take lead hand and put it in the crease of your trail arm, so right in the middle. And what's going to happen if you feel this arm creasing a lot, you're going to kind of squish this hand, you're going to feel it squished. If you don't, if you squish it less, meaning more extension at the top with your trail arm, you're going to feel that there's hardly any pressure on this hand. So in the crease, just holding on with trail hand down the club. If I do my short kind of tucked in swing, which we do see amateurs do, often with a sway out, I'm really squishing down on my hand. So I'm going to feel as I turn up to the top of the backswing, there's a little bit of squishing of this hand, but hardly any. We want this kind of under 100 degrees, Brent, around 90 would be amazing. Lots of amateurs, me included, was like 120 degrees, Brent, I used to be. So very much kind of in here. And creating this space at the top of your backswing is only going to allow you to create some space to pull down into. This is such a simple way of doing it in that crease, and crease it less. Anything less is going to be a win for most people watching. Tip number 2, what I want you to do, go top of your backswing and stop, and I want you just to look at this space. Just literally have a look, turn your head and stop and look. I'm doing it just with trail hands, so this one doesn't get in the way. You could do it with both hands on, and obviously I can see from here just for the camera. Now from here, what you want to do is just close this gap up a little bit. Feel like you are pulling your arms down. What you can see from this down the line camera is that's going to drop the club more on this path and get rid of this sway. Now what I want you to do is try and keep your back to the target as you do this. So up to the top with your more space in here, and then as you start your downswing, keeping your back to target, loading up lead foot. So feel like you just pressure forward, feel like you just pull these arms slightly down. Again, getting that club into what people call a slot, more from the inside, hopefully delivering some better pass angle of attacks for longer, straighter drives. Just look at it. You'll see it going down or staying up and turning. And tip number 3, very similar to tip number 2, but I want you to feel not only now are you coming down, but going out as well. So I want you to feel like you're pulling almost the grip off the club that way as you start your downswing. So this is an added kind of bonus if you can get both of these movements doing. What good players, the pros, are doing is they're actually kind of pulling out this way as they start the downswing. So not only lowering this, but moving the hands slightly that way, where amateurs are much more, this stays up, turn and almost come a bit closer to then crash down into the ball. So this spearing feeling, if you have a bit of the club out the top of your trail hand, again, I'm just holding on with trail hand, not only am I feeling back to target, loading lead side, but I'm going to feel like I go that way a little bit. So really push that out. So this is coming down while going out. And again, what you're going to see from that action is it does lower that club on this much better path for some better contacts. Keeping this elbow up for too long is such a common issue with so many golfers. Now, if we can get all those 3 elements in place, or 2 of them, you might find it's just 2 of them, what you're going to start to find is you're going to start finding some more power sources from better strikes made from some better club paths like that, which are going to help you hit more fairways, then turn hit more greens if you're hitting it longer. Let me know if this helps. If you want to find out how to hit your irons better, check out this video. It's got similar information to this, but more iron based.